When you wake up every morning, what drives you?
If you want to live a life of success, a life of complete success, happiness and fulfillment, you must find your purpose. You see, if you don't know what your purpose is, if you don't know what drives you, what inspires you, then you have no reason to improve your life. How can you improve your life if you have no reason to improve it?
Your purpose is always something that lights a fire in you. I will do this no matter what. My family is counting on me. My friends are counting on me. I am counting on me. So write down your purpose. Carry it with you everywhere. Feel it deep and promise yourself every day you will live out your purpose with zero excuses.
Why do you do what you do? Why do you do what you do? What's the reason? Why do you exist?
What is the reason you wake up every day and do what you do? Is it for yourself? Or is it for the people who need you? Is it for the people who took care of you and now they're too weak to take care of themselves? So your why shouldn't be because of you. It should be because of the people who need you. It should be because you love them enough to keep fighting.
Do you know and do you not agree that right now there is someone who has less intelligence than you, started with less money than you, less opportunities than you have, and worst of all, has less passion than you, and they are living their dreams, earning millions, or doing something that you would love to do. Someone has already done and is already doing what you want to do. And no, they didn't fall into a rich family to do so. They were not born lucky. You know you can be more. You can have more, do more, and be more. You know this. You wouldn't be listening otherwise.
See, a lot of people, they're gonna tell you not to fight for your dream because they didn't have the strength to fight for their dream. Make the decision today that I'm not doing this for a check. I'm not doing this for a house. I'm not doing this for a car. I'm doing this for my purpose.
When you can't go a day without thinking about it, when you dream about it, wake up thinking about it and can't rest until you conquer it, when you don't mind sacrificing because of it, when nothing is greater than knowing you can conquer it, when you don't need the alarm clock to wake you because it's fueling every part of your soul, then you know your purpose. Your purpose is that fire, your reason for doing what you do. Why do you do what you do? Why do you want that success so bad? What is the fuel to your fire?
Find your why. Your why will pull you up when you feel like you don't have the strength to get up anymore. Your why will keep you fighting when everyone else thinks you are out for the count. Why? Who are you fighting for? What drives?
Is your purpose your family? Is it to prove the doubters wrong? Is it to prove yourself right? What is your purpose? Write down your purpose. Carry it with you everywhere. Feel it deep and promise yourself every day you will live your purpose with zero excuses.
Your purpose, find it, and you will have no problem becoming a phenomenal success. Because purpose moves mountains. It moves mountains and opens up doors that didn't exist. It gives you the fire that you need to burn down the world of limitations. The water you need to drown doubt. Your why, your purpose, it's everything. Find it. Use it.
You need to find something that drives you. Something that no matter what happens, this part of you does not change. This drive in you does not change. This purpose never dies. No matter how many times life knocks you down, your purpose pulls you up every time. This is the reason I will fight for my dreams. This is the reason I will not take no for an answer.
You know you can be more. You can have more, do more, and be more. You know this. You wouldn't be listening otherwise.
From this moment, there are no more excuses. Turn on your drive, turn on your passion, and turn off your fear. And then you will be successful. Be fearless. You can do this. You can do this. but you must find your why. Why do you want to do this so bad? Why do you want this so bad? What are you really doing it all for? What is your purpose? Successful people know their why, and they have a very clear purpose, a very clear vision. When you know your purpose, when it is clear why you are doing what you are doing, why you want what you want, write it down. Write it down and read it to yourself every day. There is nothing more powerful than a human being with purpose. With purpose, you will outwork anyone and everyone. You will get up early and stay up late. You will give more, do more, and become more. You will not give up when things go against you, which they will. You will fight on. Fight for your purpose, for your goals, for your dreams. Say it to yourself every day from now on, regardless of the circumstances. I will achieve my dreams. I will achieve my dreams. I will, regardless of any circumstances. Nothing will stop me.
People say you can't change your career at 30. That's when you're meant to be settling down. You can't change your career at 35. You should have had it figured out by then. Oh my God, you're not married at 38? What the hell are you doing with your life? Who comes up with this stuff? I have no idea. But this stuff plagues so many people that I speak to. So many people open up to me and say, Jay, I just don't know how to change. Is it possible? What do you think this guy was before he became who he is? He used to be a PE teacher, right? Sports teacher at a high school. How about her? She was a telemarketer for 2 weeks. How about her? She applied to be a funeral director. It's incredible. What happens in society is that we're clouded by the noise of family expectations, the noise of our parents, the noise of our brothers and sisters' expectations. I grew up in a family where you could either be a doctor, a lawyer, or a failure, right? Those were my three options. Anything else would just count me as a failure. I would have failed. So basically I failed, right? I'm standing up here in front of you all as a failure. I lived as a monk for 3 years. I committed career suicide. I turned down 2 amazing corporate job offers when I graduated from business school. I shaved my hair, I wore robes, and lived out of a gym locker for 3 years. And I did that because I thought I was going to do something meaningful, help impact the world. And it was one of the best experiences of my life. But more than becoming a monk, what that trained me to do was drop out with the rules. People told me, if you come back in 3 years, you'll never get a job. They told me, if you become a monk, people are going to think you're weird forever. No girl's ever going to talk to you. People told me, they were like, well, when you come back to real life, like, will you even be able to talk English? Like, people were just really weirded out. I'm just like, okay, I think monks speak English. And there was so much different noise that I was hearing when I made that decision. And the funny thing is, from having not been a monk for 4 years now, I'm in one of the most incredible periods of my life that I could ever have asked for. And so much of that is based on the fact that I decided to do something different. So many of the times our expectations are driving us in a certain scenario. We focus so much on life in what we want to be as opposed to who we want. Because we've always been told that life and jobs and careers are like boxes and containers. There's only a finite number of options. There is no formula. There is no pattern. If you know what you're passionate about, if you know what you're good at, and you invest in that. People say follow your passions. I say forget that. Invest in your passion. If you're passionate about something, go and become the best at it. Go and do a course on it. Go and learn from the best. Go and find a mentor who's going to make you incredible at that trade. Not only will you be criticized and grow, you'll be able to find new things about yourself that you never knew.
I was a 19-year-old kid, and I was miserable. I was in love with my high school sweetheart. We were that couple that was really annoying. So we went to school together. We signed up for classes together. We shared a U-Haul on the way to school together. We lived in the same dorm together. We walked to class. We walked to breakfast in the morning and walked to class. I mean, we were just joined at the hip, and we were completely crazy infatuated in love. And then halfway through the first year of college, she discovered beer and other boys on the same night, and she cheated. I completely fell apart. I stopped going to class. I barely ate anything, certainly nothing healthy. I stopped studying. I just stopped caring about the world. Literally couldn't get out of bed. And I never thought about it until years later. Reading changed my life because I was still reading. It was one thing that's brought me through everything. And I happened to pick up the school newspaper, and I opened it up, and there was this full-page ad. It was this perfect white sandy beach, turquoise water, big green palm tree. And across the top of the ad, it said, escape. Students needed for summertime jobs in the Dominican Republic. So I escaped. I went down there, and one night, my friend Kevin and I, we hopped into a car after dropping off a client. So we're going down this road 85 miles an hour in this car, and the windows were open and that air was coming in. That amazing humid, if you've been in the Caribbean, that just gorgeous, amazing humid air is coming in. And then we came upon a corner. We take that corner 85 miles an hour, and that corner became the turning point that put my feet on the stage for you today. Kevin grabs the wheel. He goes, "Hold on!" And I brace. And the car starts sliding sideways. And that weird slow motion thing happens. Kevin's gripping the wheel, trying to make the corner. And all of a sudden, smack. When I came to, I looked over, and Kevin is screaming at the top of his lungs, "Get out of the car, Brendan, get out of the car!" And I look over, and a whole big chunk of his head is open. So I pull myself out of the windshield of this car, and he's screaming over here, and I stand up eventually on the hood of the car, and I look, and I notice all this blood on me, and I remember just looking down, and that slow motion thing's happening. I just thought, did I even matter? And I start seeing all these images of my life when I'm surrounded by people that I care for. There's a cake in front of me. Here's my friends singing, my mom leading them in that goofy song. There's my sister just swinging and smiling right next to me. And it makes you wonder, did I love? Did I love openly and honestly and completely? Or did I hold back because that one time I got hurt?
The truth of the matter, sooner or later, there are three areas that have to be budgeted in your life. You have to budget and manage power. If you're not careful, power is so intoxicating that it will totally corrupt you. The more influence you have and how you use it can be debilitating. You have to budget how you use the power that you have. Stop asking God for more influence if you're mismanaging the influence that you have, manipulating the influence that you have, moving people up or down for bad or wrong reasons with the influence that you have. That has to be budgeted or you're going to lose the power. Money has to be budgeted. I don't care how much you have of it. Anytime you disregard budgets and mismanage money, you'll end up broke. It has to be budgeted. It has to be managed. When you budget something, you manage on the basis of priority. It's not that you can't use it, but you're selective about how you use it. Power isn't bad, money isn't bad. If it's budgeted, if it's managed, and the other thing you have to manage is sex. Same way, oh, I lost you. Same way you had to budget. I lost most of you on the budget and the money. The rest of the three people I had left, now I'm gonna kill them with the sex. But no budget for it, just out of budget, just whatever you see, you get. That's the same way you handle your money is how you handle your body. When you want something, you got to have it at all costs. You go after it. All of a sudden, you buy what you want and beg for what you need, or you sleep with who you want and you lie to who you need. And yeah. Look at your neighbor and say, are you over budget? Do you even have a budget? What will you not do? What will you not say? Where will you not go? It's quiet this morning. To all of our visitors, it is not normally quite this quiet, but due to the sensitivity of the subject matter, it may be a rather conservative service today because everybody's checking their books. And when it talks about fornicators and profane, filthy people who will do just anything, he illustrates it. Now, I didn't write this, I'm just preaching the book. He illustrates it with a guy named Esau. And so I've been studying and thinking and meditating on Esau all week. Esau, if you haven't been raised in church, is not a common name. You don't hear much talked about. You hear preach more about Jacob, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You hear a lot about Jacob. You don't hear much about Esau, but in all rights, it should have been the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Esau.